Hey gamers, be honest, when was the last time you played a good old beat 'em up? Feels like the genre is kind of disappearing, right? Back in the day, games like Final Fight, Double Dragon, and Streets of Rage ruled the arcades. Now, it's almost silent out there, but hold up, 2025 might actually change that. There are some brand new beat 'em ups you really don't want to miss, from retro pixel brawlers to stylish 3D action. So let's get started. Before we go into the list, I want to tell you about my favorite place to buy games, and that's Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an awesome site for grabbing games at great prices. Not only they always have fantastic discounts, but also they running giveaways you won't want to miss. Seriously, these deals are hard to beat. Where else are you gonna find prices this good? Why pay full price when you can grab the same game for way less, right? Yeah, you can shop for games on all kinds of platforms, like PC, PS5, Xbox, and the Nintendo Switch. There are also numerous convenient products to enhance your gaming experience, such as subscriptions, gift cards, and many more. No worries, it's 100% legit, fast, and super easy to use, and their support team is available 24/7. So what are you waiting for? Go check out your favorite games by using the link in the description below and start saving your cash with Instant Gaming. And by using my link, you're not just getting awesome deals, but also supporting this channel. Alright then, let's get back into the list. King's Blade it's a side-scrolling beat-em-up drenched in medieval grit, mixing the raw energy of Golden Axe with the unforgiving edge of Dark Souls. Yup, this side-scrolling beat-em-up mixes brutal medieval fantasy with old school. At first glance, King's Blade looks like your usual retro brawler, but don't be fooled, this game is tough. It's got 6 playable heroes, each with their own playstyle, and you can fight alongside friends or 8 allies. Even the easy mode hits hard, stages are long, checkpoints are scarce, and dying before one sends you right back to the start. It's brutal, but when you finally beat a level, it feels so satisfying. Heroes of a Mount Dragon is new side-scrolling beat-em-up from Canadian indie studio RuneQ. In this game, you can play solo, couch co-op, online, or even PvP with up to 4 players. You choose from 4 heroes, each with dragon morphing powers, and 4 more are planned for post-launch. Combat feels smooth and flashy. You've got fluid combos, special attacks, and mid-fight dragon transformations that look and feel epic. The co-op is easily the highlight. It's chaotic fun beat-em-up that nails the look and feel of classic arcade action. With dragon transformations, curses, and co-op chaos make it perfect for quick casual sessions with friends. Buccaneers Shipshape is a pirate-themed, side-scrolling beat-em-up focused on co-op brawling and classic arcade action. The game takes you across 9 stages, from dockside brawls and raging storms to castles, ship decks, and even underwater fights with sharks and mermen. You play as one of 4 pirates, Simon, Coralie, Portia, or the hook-handed legend himself, Aldemar, who somehow manages to fight an entire army with a cigarette still hanging from his mouth. Each character's got their own unique moves, like Portia spinning through enemies or Coralie throwing knives like a pro. It's not the deepest brawler out there, but if you're into beat-em-up games, this is one pirate adventure worth taking. Terrifier, the ARTcade game, is shaping up to be a bloody good time. It's a retro-inspired brawler, think Final Fight or Streets of Rage, but dripping in pixelated blood and chaos. You actually play as Art the Clown himself, going on a murderous rampage across different stages, filled with victims, enemies, and plenty of weapons to, well, make a mess. Honestly, I love the direction they're going with this, turning a horror icon like Art the Clown into a retro-style beat-em-up. It's simple, and feels like something ripped straight out of a grimy 90s arcade cabinet. Now here's where things get crazy. They just revealed the collector's edition for PS5 and PC, and this one is wild. Wendigo Blue is now my second favorite beat 'em up after Lost Castle 2. It's got some rough edges, but it's still fun to play, especially when you pull off that perfect parry or slide into flow state like a pro. And fun fact, you can even parry with your back turned. Don't ask me how that works, but it does. The parry in Wendigo Blue works like this. You block right at the last possible second, and if you get it right, your character glows yellow. That's how you know you nailed it. Then you can instantly counter, press light attack for a light counter, or heavy attack for a heavy one. Now, I'm still not 100% sure which one deals more damage overall, the parry counter or the perfect dodge, but I think the perfect dodge might actually be stronger. Rara Boom is a side-scrolling brawler that feels super smooth. You've got 4 playable characters, each with their own melee and ranged attacks. The story is simple. The world's been taken over by rogue AI robots called the Zoi, and it's up to your team of cyber ninjas to save the planet. There are 9 levels total, and the combat's fast, fluid, and surprisingly accessible, even if you're new to the beat-em-up genre. It has 4-player local co-op. You and your friends can jump in and tear through robots together. Unfortunately, there's no online multiplayer, but Steam's remote play together does work if you don't mind a bit of lag. Troublemaker 2 Beyond the Dream is one of the boldest beat-em-ups to ever come out of Indonesia. Yep, this is the long-awaited sequel to Troublemaker Raise Your Gang, and trust me, this open-world beat-em-up a serious step up. Troublemaker 2 is basically the next evolution of Indonesian beat-em-ups. You'll play as both Booty and Jordan, each with their own fighting style. The combat feels punchy, responsive, and full of personality. You'll dodge, counter, and crush enemies while managing your stamina and rage meters. And yes, the sound design sells every hit. It's gritty, meaty, and so satisfying.
Wah, udah nggak peduli lagi. Cepetan maju sini lu kontol!
Fallen City Brawl feels like a perfect throwback to the classic 90s arcade days. From the CRT screen filter to the insert coin start screen, everything screams old school beat 'em up. The gameplay is fast, you jump right in, start fighting, and the action never slows down. You can choose from 4 characters, each with their own fighting style and personality, like Sergeant Clay who uses a shotgun, or Natasha with her boomerang wrench. The combat looks cool and feels great, especially when you pull off big combos or unleash flashy riot super moves. It's a pure, action-packed experience that brings back the golden age of arcade brawlers into simple, stylish, and packed with punchy fun. Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds Ultimate greets you with its adorable chibi art style. It's cute, colorful, and full of personality. Originally a spin-off from a fighting game series, this remaster delivers classic arcade action with a charming Japanese flair. The gameplay is simple, yet satisfying. You move across 2 planes, perform light to heavy attacks, jump, crouch, and unleash special moves as your character levels up. Combos are easy to learn but fun to master, letting you pull off flashy moves like throws, perfect guards, and powerful supers. It's a solid pick for fans of side-scrolling brawlers and a great entry point for newcomers to the series.
This looks like a job for the Toxic Crusaders.
The Toxic Crusaders are back, and they're ready to mop the floor with crime. Literally. This brand new beat-em-up brings back the radioactive heroes from Traumaville in a colorful, chaotic, and hilarious brawler for up to 4 players. You can choose from 7 playable characters. Each one feels distinct, giving the combat a nice variety when you switch between them. The game takes you through 7 gloriously disgusting levels filled with mutant enemies, radiation rangers, and even zombie chickens. Every stage bursts with full-color pixel art charm and a ton of personality. It's a love letter to the 90s cartoon that never got its second season, continuing its story while also blending in references from Trauma's cult classic films.
One bite of that processed slop and the good people of Traumaville will be transformed into a ravenous horde of drooling monstrosity.
You have
KIBORG is a sci-fi beat-em-up with roguelite elements where you a prisoner on a galactic prison planet who must fight through a deadly reality TV show called The Last Ticket to earn his freedom. Yup, the story is simple. You die, you get rebuilt, and you go right back to punching. It's a perfect setup for a chaotic brawler. The combat takes clear inspiration from the Batman Arkham series, not quite as smooth but still fun once you find your rhythm. After every fight, you'll get to pick new cybernetic implants, upgrades that give you cool powers like flaming dodges or short teleports. So if you're into cyborgs, robots, and smashing metal with your bare hands, this game's got your attention. Detained Too Good for School is basically River City Girls meets Yakuza, a blend of over-the-top brawling, deep customization, and life sim fun. You play as a tough schoolgirl just out of juvie. Your goal is to get revenge for your brother's death. You'll explore a gritty city, fight a bunch of gangs, and uncover a bigger conspiracy along the way. If you've played The Vagrant, you'll instantly feel at home here. The combat is fast, flashy, and ridiculously satisfying. You can punch, kick, and combo your way through tons of enemies using a mix of melee weapons and special skills. There are over 90 abilities to unlock and upgrade, so you can tailor your fighting style however you like. The classic arcade brawler Double Dragon is getting a fresh new look with Double Dragon Revive. This game aims to bring the simple, punchy fun of the original to a new generation with some smart, modern upgrades. You can play as 4 characters, each with their own fighting style. Billy and Jimmy, the classic brothers, return with smooth combos and counterattacks. The new gimmick system spices things up. By attacking enemies, taking hits, or performing special actions, you build a meter that lets you unleash flashy cinematic finishers. They deal huge damage and look awesome in action, and the classic co-op mode is back. You can team up with a friend either online or on the same couch to take on the bad guys together. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is pure retro fun. It's the kind of game that makes you feel like you're back in the 90s, mashing buttons with friends and shouting at the screen. Tribute games and Dotemu clearly know how to make a beat 'em up that hits all the right notes, fast action, flashy combos, and that perfect pixel art style. The story's your classic comic book setup. Annihilus wants to destroy the universe again, and it's up to a squad of Marvel heroes from Earth and beyond to stop him. The demo already proves this game has serious potential. With crossplay, 4-player co-op, and a roster packed with cool Marvel heroes, it's shaping up to be a blast with friends. Absolum is beat 'em up that mixes classic brawling with that addictive roguelike die, get stronger, and try again formula. And honestly, it's a perfect combo. It takes the simple, satisfying fun of beating up waves of enemies and makes it infinitely replayable with wild magical powers and constant rewards. The combat hits that sweet spot between classic and modern. Simple enough to jump in, but deep enough that you actually want to master dodges, parries, and combo chains. It takes the old school punch everything that moves formula and mixes it with roguelike progression, so you're always improving, always discovering something new, and never bored. And that's it for today. Those were the top 15 new beat 'em up games that you can't miss 2025. Got a hidden gem I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video or discovered a new title to add to your collection, feel free to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll never miss future content. So, thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.